Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today I want to talk you through one of the strongest, if not the strongest army right now in the game. I will talk you guys through the weaknesses and at the same time why this army is so strong. And well, today we want to bring this army into war. And I will show you guys a couple of small tricks. We will use the same army for both attacks, even though the bases are completely different. And obviously, if you guys are checking out the top leaderboard right now, most of the guys over there are using this army. It feels like it's getting less and less E-Drex at the top level right now, and it's getting more and more of this Yeti witch bowler army, because you can see it right now. It has a couple of Yetis in there, a couple of bowlers, and a couple of witches. So why exactly is this army so strong, and what makes it better than, in my opinion, even hybrid in Legend League, for example? So the reasoning behind this army, and like the secret kinda, is that you can never change anything when you're facing a base. Like, you can't change your army. This is kind of how Legend League works. So this means you need to have a flexible army which can attack, for example, ring bases, anti-3-star bases, whatever base you're facing, basically. For example, if you're having hybrid, which is really good against most of the bases, except a couple of those ring bases where it's really annoying to face those, well, you do not have the problem with this army, because the secret behind it is that you can use every single siege. And yes, that's kind of the thing which you can change. Even though you can't change the main army, you can change your siege machine. And the nice thing about that is, if you're using the blimp, the ram, the slammer, the siege barracks, every single siege machine is working with the Yeti and the Valkyrie in the CC itself for this army. So I will show you guys the first base and tell you guys kind of the idea of the approach to this one. So this is a classic ring base, and what we're going to do, we're starting a queen walk at one of the corners, breaking into the base, then letting our queen decide in which way she wants to go. Then as soon as we're reaching the next corner, we're just adding our Yeti smash, and then we're having a blimp for the core. And you guys know, like, I do not care if this is it's a legend attack or if this is a normal war attack. We do not care, because we can switch it anyway, right? This is the army setup, and I will use this army in every single attack of my war attacks. And tomorrow we will use every single time this attack in Legend League. So once again, this is kind of the secret. You have to train every single siege machine in the game, like 3 of your own, and then the last siege machine get in your CC. So for example, for our attack, let's break in 6, like funnel on both sides, like with the loon and with the baby dragon, and then get the queen in there. Let the queen decide on her own where she's going. If she's going to the left, it would be better, because like getting the eagle out of the way early would be awesome. And after that, like, we're just adding the Yeti smash at the next corner to our push, and once again, we're not changing the spells either. So even though we might do not even need a jump spear on this army, we'll still bring it, because this is the army which is right now so crazy strong. So let's see, we have everything set. We have the 4 different siege barracks, so I think we can easily start it, and everything is ready. So let's make sure that we're having the ground warden and we have the blimp, because for those ring bases, it's really annoying to have the centralized town hall. You do not care, like, you can basically ignore it. So let's get started on the left side and on the right side with both funnels. Like on the right side, coconut loon and the baby dragon. On the left side, 1 loon. Yes, I guess I'm really lucky today. So freaking baby dragon. Either way, we have a second one, just in case. Just in case. So the next thing what we're going to do is drop the queen at the bottom, wallbreaker in, coco loon, healers. Even though the freaking Tesla over there, we do not care, to be honest. The queen should still make it. And this means our queen is going into the base. The funnel is set up, and because I'm talking over this, you can see there's a lot of time already gone, so that's a bit unfortunate. But either way, we have so many rages with this army that we can basically rage just for time purposes. So this means even though my queen isn't really needing the rage at this point, we can just use it, because why not? We have so many rages, just go for it. So on this at this point, we're waiting for our queen to decide which angle she's going. Right now, it seems like she's going to the right. Like I said, left would have been better, because then we would have taken out the eagle first. But I mean, it's even better. So if this triples, it's even more broken than I'm telling you guys. So let's get started. As soon as our queen is starting to choose like the right side, we're starting with our Yeti smash in there. And you guys can even see I'm not even trying to wall break in there. I'm just using the jump. Like we won't use the jump anywhere else. So it's not needed for us anymore. So just jumping everything in. We do not want to get into the core. And if you guys are wondering now, like when do you place the blimp? I'm placing the blimp as soon as the enemy clan caster is taken out most of the time, and as soon as my healers took care of a corner, which means like they went through a corner, all of the black mines should have been soaked up over there, and then I'm trying like behind the healers basically, trying to send the blimp in like I'm doing right now. And you do not need a rage spell for your blimp. I'm seeing this so many times that people are doing this wrong, like trying to rage the core. It's not needed. Except if you have like 2 scatter shots shooting at you, then it's kind of risky. But most of the times, like 99% of the times, you do not need a rage. And this is what I'm doing right now, like just use all of my spells. Now everything is like following the path kinda. We can start off already with the archers on the 9 o'clock side. The Yeti mites are getting some nice damage down on the back end. My royal champion is going to die soon, but we do not care because all of our troops are coming now to this part of the base as well. Our queen is taking out the single front tower, as you can see as well on the right side. So many troops are still alive. Our queen is leading the charge into the back end, 30 seconds. So if this is not going to be a time fill, it's going to be an easy triple. So let's use the queen ability just to make sure that we're getting a bit faster through the back end. And I think 20 seconds should be totally fine for the last part of the base. And yeah, this means this base is wrecked. And I think we should go into our second attack as well without changing anything. Like, we once again have our CC, we once again have the same army, we once again have the same spells, we once again have our 4 siege machines cooked up, and then we decide during the attack kinda, or like in the planning of the attack, what army we want, or like which siege machine we want to go for. So you guys can see, once again, the same army, same spells, same clan castle, and so on. So I think we should take a look at the next base, because I want to show you guys a couple of different variations. Obviously, like the first one was a ring base, which is kind of legendary, classic, and the next one is going to be obviously an anti-3-star base. So what we should do is, like, this army is just so crazy strong. So let's take a look at the next base. This is the base which I call. So let's take a look at this one. And this base is a classic under 3-star base, I would say. Like the compartments with the scatter shots, super annoying to deal with. And what we're doing, like, we are going to funnel at 6, do a queen walk into the town hall, king at the right side, Yeti smash into the town hall, jump in the core. We have only one jump. We could use an earthquake. I think an earthquake would be back and really nice. But we have our set army. Like, we cannot change anything, right? Like, we cannot change an earthquake or like a jump spell into an earthquake in the legend league. That's not possible. So I want to convince you guys why this army is so broken. So what we're doing on this one with the siege machine is that we're using the siege barrack this time, which means the siege barracks is supposed to tank and take out the upper side with our royal champion together. Obviously, something like Hawk Riders might be more like better overall, but once again, we cannot change anything, right? So we need to like angle those loons at the bottom a little bit differently, because otherwise they might get killed by the splash damage of the scatter shot. And well, as soon as that's taken out, we can just start with our queen on the right side, walking into the king and into the town hall, then breaking in over there, and then just like send everything, the small alley, into the jump, and just hope that everything works. And yeah, I think that's basically the setup. I think the most important thing is that this mortar is going down, otherwise it might be risky. Just making sure that the healers won't getting targeted by the air defense, which means we can place our queen in front of the bottom dark barracks. I think that should be totally fine. Then we can place our king on the right side, like on the work shot, kinda let him walk upwards. Like, this is the thing which he's supposed to do. And yeah, just checking once again whether we have the entire army ready. Like I said, it's basically the same as the last one. So once again, checking everything. I'm always, before we're going into the attack, always checking, is the warden on ground? Do we have the right siege? This one, we want to have the siege barracks, like I said, not the blimp like last time. This time we want to have the siege barracks. And yeah, I think we can start with the queen and then getting ready with our funnel. But we need to be really quick in the beginning. This is kind of important. So let's get started. Healers in behind, coconut loons. The angle wasn't perfect. Like, it would be nice if the loons were a little bit more split, but I think it should be fine. The mortar should go down. Yep, here we go. Nice, this works really good. And now we can start already on the right side. Our queen is walking a little bit differently than we thought. She skipped the laboratory, which shouldn't be a big deal, hopefully. And now we're standing in the king. from the right side, creating the funnel so the queen is going for the wall, or like for the cannon, and then for the king, sending the first wall breaker, a couple of more wall breakers to get the wall open, and as soon as our king funneled the top, we can start with our Yetis. I think I started a bit early, to be honest. I think I should have waited to take out the enemy clan castle, etc. Now we're sending everything in. And the freaking no way, what? The Yetis are walking, which is super annoying, okay? One ability to save everything, which means we have no tanks in the core right now. This is going horribly wrong. We still have our jump spell down, we have the siege barracks at the top right, we have the next rage down. We can place our royal champ at the top right corner as well because we want to take out the single inferno tower, freezing the two scatter shots together. Another rage for the core. Our queen is still alive, that's at least something, I guess. But still, this is not a lot which is still staying alive. This is crazy. This went horribly wrong. But let's see whether we can save this. One baby dragon for the scatter shot. Well, obviously there's a black man. This was obvious. But either way, still a couple of Yetis are going. Now the Yetis from the siege barracks are coming out. Because like we had the Yetis in there, like I said, no chance to change them to Hawks because we can't do that in Legend League either. Now we have still our queen alive, right? We still can use her ability. All of the eaters are down because of this freaking scatter shot. And we have 1 minute still left. And this is actually, I don't know, we still have our minion. We have the Yetis at the top, which are still going. We can place a wizard over there. And guys, considering that we basically swagged 4 Yetis, like 3 Yetis went to the left, 1 Yeti went to the right. Like I was doing a horrible job at funneling my troops into the base. And considering that, this is going to be 95% plus, I guess, because like the Luna's gonna take out the cannon, the Warden is gonna tank everything. This, considering that we actually, like, my attack was bad, completely honest, my attack wasn't good at all. It got just carried by this freaking army. This army is so freaking strong. If some guys thought like Yetis got nerfed with this change to the spring traps, nice joke. But like this army is still completely, I don't want to call it broken again, but if it's not the best army in the game right now, it's at least in the top 3. And which makes this even stronger and which makes it the best Legend League army is the variety you can have basically with all of your siege machines. So this is ending in a 98% or actually swagged for Yetis. This is crazy. Crazy bad by me, obviously, but still, I mean, either way, it worked pretty well for swagging so many troop space. But either way, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, even though we swagged the second attack. But I hope you guys still liked the video. Let me know what you're using right now in Legend League. I will see you guys back tomorrow. Until then, see you guys and bye bye.